What's up, guys? Kadar again with another plugin review. Today we're gonna do a review on Wavebox by Audio Thing. I copped this today when I got my chance to get this plugin. So as usual, I'm still far behind certain plugins, most plugins on App Store. But I'm gonna showcase what this plugin does, and then I'm gonna showcase it with other plugins. So this is kind of like a distortion effect in a way. Here's what it sounds like with the effect. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I think this can sound good on your ad libs for screaming and stuff. I did like an aggressive singing scream. Like, I was made for loving you, baby. Like something like that. It's a song by Kiss that I chose to sing. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Like, this will sound good on distortion. Oh shit, I skipped one. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And it's this. You can also turn this off if you want, if you don't want any distortion on this plugin. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. You can play with the curve. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. This is supposed to be like a master. I think this is like a distortion plugin, but then it's not really much on the App Store. It's like $6.99 on the App Store. It's a fair price. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. There's like a slope thing that you can play around with the ceiling. So if you want to add a ceiling sound to your vocal mix, you can do that. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. But you can also use this as a non-distortion effect. You can synchronize it too. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. You can toy around with the sounds with the LFO. You got different wave sounds. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Okay, let's see what it sounds like now. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Some of the settings are similar, but then you got like curve 2 on here. Got a ceiling setting. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Those of you who don't know about like AUV3 plugins, if y'all actually are like a thing, have like a vast interest of AUV3 plugins, there is actually a Facebook group that has like all the info about AUV3 plugins and stuff. I'm not gonna like link the Facebook group in the description, but we're pretty chill. You got like a mixed destination. I think this is like, oh, sick! You can actually pan this. I didn't even know that. And it goes up to like 360, no Xbox. That's pretty cool. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. You can also like do that apparently. And this also goes to 360. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I think there's supposed to be more to this effect. Oh, that's why I didn't hear it, because I didn't have the thing on. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. But then the thing is, like, you can use this as like whatever you want. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. So not only that, Wavebox can also do like a glitter low powered effect and something like that. Like you can also play around with the thing on high pass, low pass, and I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. So if you want to add like a stuttering effect to your vocals, you can use this plugin just for that. Yeah, post and then pre. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Okay, now I'm going to turn off all the modules real quick. Now we're going to see what it sounds like with the hard clipper. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. See how that sounds with the hard clipper? You can also like do 2 times. See how that sounds. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. This can cut back your vocals and so can this. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I'm actually working on a new song that I may drop later on this week. The name... Alright, now we're gonna get into the presets. Oh wait, wrong thing. 3DRM. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. So it's more of like a phase-in distortion effect. Alright, now we're gonna add like another audio thing plugin to like make it, you know. Let's play around with Frostbite 2 on top of this plugin. See how it sounds. Alright, now let's try this one. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Like when you combine certain presets together, sometimes I see what one plugin sounds like with another plugin combined because then I want to know what plugins go together and what plugins don't. Not to say that they're bad plugins or anything, but you gotta trust your ears when it comes to music. You gotta listen to what you think sounds right. I don't do desktop music. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. That's crazy. How? I wonder how that sound works, though. All right. Like, this would be the perfect effect to use in aesthetic rap. Not the effect, but this preset, because then it makes my vocals... It sounds good on average. You were made for loving me. Just ignore what's going on in the background, y'all. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Obviously, I'm not going to use all the plugins and my audio thing in this video, because that would be too much for a video. You were made for loving me. Like, this is... I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I actually like that preset combined with this effect because this, it sounds like a Bit Crusher. Like, you can get... I was made for loving you. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Because it sounds like an Otori song, because Otori likes to big crush his vocals. I try to make a song similar to his style, but then I almost didn't want to drop the song though. See what it sounds like? This might actually work. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. So in conclusion, neither of these two plugins that I'm using are free on iOS. You have to buy these. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I'm gonna run through a lot of the presets. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. A lot of these go good together. Like, you should use these two plugins. I recommend it. You have a glitch effect and then echo verb. I was made for loving you, baby. We're gonna add a third audio thing plugin on here. Complement the other two. I'm not doing this without the Moon Echo plugin. Let's give that a try because that one's actually free. Let's put Offset Moon on this. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. But then you gotta do it before. See what it sounds like? I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. This is like one of the best songs that I could sing. Sweet Moon Chorus, Freezing Gate, and the Lo-Fi Phase. Let's go. This might actually be the best plugin ever. Like, get a review on this. Let me know in the comments down below if I should use this plugin in my new song. Cause I'll figure it out, but I won't like use the source on here. Even though it'll probably work anyways. Alright, I'm gonna add a different audio thing plugin. Alright. This time we're gonna use let's try the Bubbles plugin. I think this is another reverb, so you get what you get. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I don't know how I made this. Let's just skip to the greens. Of course, this is not a review without going to the description for the Wavebox plugin. Oh wait, spare me the details about this plugin. All right, so it's a dual wave shaper, a dynamic dual wave shaper. Wavebox is a dynamic dual wave shaper plugin that can be used for both symmetrical and y'all can read the rest. Y'all can just pause the video and read the rest. I'm not getting into the reviews on this plugin. Those are App Store reviews. This is a video review. Whole different can of worms. I'm encouraging y'all to buy this plugin. I'm gonna record this line. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Alright, I re-recorded it so that way it sounds softer. I was made for loving you, baby. You were... Alright, we're gonna try other plugins because then I gotta combine this with another plugin. So let's go back to audio thing. Let's try speakers. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I'll probably use speakers as a mastering tool to give my song an ideal sound. Because that's what I think I can use it for. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I did do a video on speakers like a year ago, but then that video was like removed because YouTube took down my previous channel. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I'm not going to combine this plugin with all of the Audio Things plugins. Just some of them. I'm not doing all their plugins. Because if I did all their plugins, it'd be it has like a vintage texture to it. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I think I should only use speakers as like a mastering tool and not a mixing tool. I think that's what it is. Because I can get creative with sounds and stuff. You were made for loving me. I'm not going through all the presets. So yeah, in conclusion, Wavebox is helpful for mixing clearly, as what y'all saw in the video. I apologize for what you'll have to hear in the background noise, but everything's all good. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. So pretty much that wraps it up for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll come back with more plugin reviews.